one of the smallest wireless mics I've ever seen. No, really, it's 9 grams and lasts about 10 hours on a charge. But does it hold up for content creators? Thanks Hollyland for sending me the Lark M2. And no, I'm not being paid to say this. It sucks. Just kidding, I can say whatever I want. 3 quick things that I don't like. And yes, you're getting an authentic review. There's good and bad, and mostly good, but with the caveat that these are made for a certain audience. I digress. First off, the kit comes with receivers to connect a USB-C phone or a Lightning connector on an older iPhone, which is a massive plus, but the case, well, it doesn't have a slot to hold either of those receivers. It holds the 2 mic transmitters and the camera receiver, but not the smartphone receivers. I would have liked to see a way for them to clip onto the case or some sort of larger case for transport, and I don't mean the pouch that came with it. Second, I'm not crazy about the fact that you can't attach a lavalier microphone to the transmitter, and even though it's really tiny, it's visible. But I guess that goes along with the trend of other creators showing a mic in their shot. But it's worth noting that you need to use the right tool for the job, and the Hollyland Lark Max is probably what you want if you're trying to do that. So you're stuck with finding creative ways to hide the transmitter. Now, good thing there is a wide variety of ways to mount the mic, such as the necklace mount or the clip, and they also provide these fun little stickers to hide the big logo on the front. The third and final dislike is that many newer mics in this arena are coming out with 32-bit recording capabilities or internal recordings as a backup in the event that wireless drops out. Now you won't find that here, but those are certainly more advanced features that higher-end creators will want, meaning this might just not fit that market, and that's totally okay. It's not all bad. In fact, there's way more good than bad in my opinion, and it definitely outweighs it. I just want you to know that I'm not being paid to say these things, and as I've said before, I'm going to do my best to bring up as many talking points that you should be considering when making a purchase. For those who do purchase, I've got the links down below in the description. Now, on to the good parts about this mic. For starters, it's incredibly small, and I don't think I've seen a single wireless mic compete with this size. There's a total battery life of the charging case of 40 hours, meaning it charges both the microphones 2 times for 10 hours of usage each, as well as the camera receiver, and everything charges in the case, so you don't have to pull everything out and plug it up. Just pop it in the case and connect the case to charge. Now, remember how I mentioned that you can't plug in a lav? This is concerning for appearances, but also because I want to know that the mic is going to pick up sound really well and not get all the ruffling of my clothes or any other noises that it shouldn't be picking up. There's a feature built in called ENC technology, and it stands for Environmental Noise Cancellation, to minimize outside sound and preserve voices. Let's test that out here for a sec. This is the audio of me talking in my home office without noise cancellation and also without any adjustments being done to the audio. So you're hearing my natural voice. Now if I hit this button, now it's got the noise cancellation turned on, and maybe there's a chance that you're hearing less of the echo in my home office. Let me go ahead and take it outside, and we're gonna test it outside so you can hear that as well. So here's a test of the audio outside. I've got a noisy HVAC unit that's running over here on purpose. The mic hasn't changed positions, it's in the same spot, so you can now hear the sound. Let me go ahead and enable the noise canceling, and we can see what that sounds like. Now this is with the noise cancellation on, and I'm still outside in the same position with a noisy HVAC fan going on right next to me. You tell me what you think of the audio quality. Let me know in the comments section below if it sounded okay, or if you felt like the cancellation muddied up my voice. By the way, during those recordings, I didn't apply any EQ or AI adjustments, so you're hearing exactly what the mic picked up. Everyone's going to have a different point of view, so I want to hear from you down below. Another nifty feature is the built-in phone shutter control. So if you press the noise cancellation button on the transmitter twice, it allows you to remotely start and stop the recording on your phone. This way you don't have to run over to the phone every single take. Just make sure once you press the button that the microphone on the transmitter is facing upwards. The sound is 24-bit, so while we are seeing competitors offer up 32-bit recordings, you won't find that here, but we've lived without it for a really long time. This doesn't impact your average creator and still provides great audio quality. It's just that if you're in a really loud setting like a concert or somewhere that someone is yelling constantly into the mic, there's a good chance that your levels will be shot if you're not constantly monitoring them on the receiver side. Now, I'm not using this to record concerts or pep rallies anytime soon, so I don't see that being an issue. It's just worth noting and bringing to your attention. The wireless range is estimated at 1,000 feet or 300 meters line of sight, and I really don't see a time where you'll need to use that full distance. Most people should hopefully be within 100 feet of a camera, if not 3 to 4 feet, just like this. There is a mono and stereo recording option, and you can switch between them at the press of a mode switching and pairing button on the receiver. Oh, and the receiver can connect to a computer as well, because it supports USB Audio Class, or UAC, which allows you to connect to any computer without needing a sound capture device, so if you're streaming from home or even getting on a Zoom call, this would work for you. That's one feature that I do like for the beginner live streamers who want the ability to move around or simply plug up and go without the need for an expensive mic setup or an audio mixer and capture device. So who is this for really? Well, there's 3 markets that stand out to me. The first is the creator like me, who's running around trying to film things on the go or in small spaces, and they don't have a ton of time to make a huge setup. They prioritize their audio somewhat, but don't need it to be the best of the best. They're also not as concerned about hiding the mic, although I'm sure many people will get creative. It's very clear that they want to tackle that market, and it's a great option. I'll certainly be using it in more videos, assuming the audio quality holds up when I'm in different scenarios, and so long as you forgive me for seeing a mic in the shot from time to time. But hey, if it's good enough for MKB, and he's willing to show it in the shot, then what do I really have to lose except my integrity as a videographer and my entire reputation? Never mind. The second is someone creating content from a desk who wants a lightweight wireless mic, whether they're streaming live or simply taking Zoom meetings. To be able to pop this out of the charging case, connect the mic to your shirt and the receiver to your computer in seconds makes things easy. It also allows for more freedom to be hands-free and to get those huge podcast mics out of your face to be more personal with your audience. I'm looking at you remote workers and road warriors. So if you want to get up and work from a whiteboard, your sound will remain the same. It'll also work great for a smartphone user who doesn't have the budget to create a streaming setup from their computer. Half the battle is clean audio, which can oftentimes make up for the mediocre quality image. Although most smartphones have 4K cameras, so we're getting to the point where even that isn't too far out of reach for most people. The third audience I'm seeing is the starter videographer or live streamer, someone who is just getting going and doesn't have a massive budget, but needs some wireless microphones. It'll be important to make the mics as inconspicuous as possible, but I like a good challenge. Before I start the demo, here's what's in the case, and note that there's a combo system which comes with the camera receiver and both smartphone receivers, or you can simply get the version with the mics and camera receiver only. I've got the combo kit, which comes in at under $200 and includes the 2 wireless mic transmitters, 1 camera-mounted receiver, 1 wireless receiver with a lightning connector, and 1 wireless receiver with a USB-C connector. The charging case, a 2-pack of windscreens, also known as dead cats, a USB cable, a 3.5mm TRS cable, clip magnets, 2 back clips, a necklace with a magnetic mount, a sheet of stickers, and a drawstring bag. Okay, so you could throw all the accessories in the drawstring bag if you wanted. I just don't like having to take the case and the bag with me. First world problems. Here's how I connect the system to my iPhone for recording. Now, I don't have the USB-C iPhone, but this is the USB-C connection for newer phones. It's basically the same as the Lightning connection, just made for newer phones. Here's how to pop everything back into the charging case, and it charges using the USB-C connection on the back. Here's the back clips in action, and here's the clip magnet in action, and the necklace, and the fun little stickers that they added in. After my audio test, I found that the noise cancellation certainly works, but I feel like it removes some of maybe the depth to my voice, so I'd most likely be recording without the feature turned on, and I'd make adjustments to my audio in post-production. But to the average user that's going to be using these, it's probably a lifesaver. Personally, I just aim to film in a quieter environment. It's just a nice value add to have. Some final thoughts. I like the concept. There's a time and a place for it with a clear audience. They've definitely improved over their first model, the M1, and the audio quality sounds better from the examples that I've watched. What did you think when you heard it in my test? Let me know down in the comments section below, and if you decide to grab one of these, the links are also down below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.